Welcome to the No Stress Canada free workshop tagged Relocate to Canada Without Stress. My name is Ola Anukon and I'll be taking you on this journey. So far, we have helped over 100 Africans relocate to Canada without them having to worry about their visa being refused. Would you like to get the exact blueprint these people use to achieve their Canadian relocation dreams for free? But first, why should you even be interested in relocating to Canada and listening to this workshop? Well, because of news like this. Canadian government to spend an extra $200 billion in healthcare over the next decade. Buying a home in Canada is now easier for newcomers. Canada increasing the federal minimum wage by 7% on April 1st. Internet and phone services are becoming more affordable across Canada. It is no news that Canada does its best to make the country favorable for immigrants that are coming in. However, there are still a lot of people who go through a lot of stress when it comes to processing their Canadian immigration. If your face looks like this, or even this whenever you hear Canadian immigration, then there is a problem and there's a reason you experience this. To counteract that reaction, what you need is information. Can anyone relocate to Canada? If you want to study, work, relocate with your family, start a new life with your spouse, send your child abroad, if you're in any of these categories and more, you can definitely relocate to Canada. No matter who you are, you can come to Canada, and we want to show you how. There are three major concerns people have about relocating to Canada. The first is, I don't know how to go about it. The second is, I don't have the money to relocate. And the third is, I am scared I won't be successful in Canada. Which of these three concerns bothers you most? If what I am saying is true, you may ask, that means it will be easy for me to relocate to Canada. Well, that is my message today. At the end of this workshop, you will see that relocating to Canada is not as difficult as you think it is. Let's get right into addressing these objections. I don't know how to go about it. If that is you, this is how to process your Canadian relocation on your own. Step 1. Decide on the relocation pathway you want to relocate to Canada through. The study pathway is not the only way through which you can relocate to Canada. In fact, there are over 100 Canadian relocation pathways, and study pathway is not suitable for everyone. For example, if you are not interested in furthering your education, I would advise you to go through the sponsored work visa pathway. If you have a skill that one of the provinces in Canada is highly in need of, I would advise you to relocate via the Canada Provincial Nomination Program. If you want to relocate to Canada with your entire family as permanent residents, I would advise you to go through the Federal Skilled Workers Program via Express Entry. Know which Canadian relocation pathway will work the best for you and relocate through that pathway. The second step is knowing the documents needed to relocate through the pathway you have chosen and preparing them in advance. Different relocation pathways need different requirements, and you need to know about them beforehand. If you are relocating via the study route, you may or may not need IELTS, and an admission letter is very important. If you are relocating via the sponsored work visa pathway, proof of funds is not needed, but Labour Market Impact Assessment, otherwise known as LMIA, is compulsory. If you are relocating via the Federal Skilled Workers Program, Labour Market Impact Assessment is not necessary, but IELTS and work experience is needed. It will do you well to get the documents needed ready before you apply for a visa. The third step is to know what could cause your specific visa application to be rejected so that you can avoid it. If you are applying for a study visa, your application can be denied if there is no correlation between the course you are going to study and your career. If you are applying for a sponsored work visa, your application may be denied if you are taking your spouse and your children, as this shows that you may not have plans to come back to the country. If you are applying for a permanent residence visa, your application may be denied if you don't have enough money for proof of funds. If you only need these three steps to successfully relocate to Canada, why is it so difficult for people? Well, some people hire an agent that don't know what they are doing and then they cross their legs after. In the news, we can see that some Indian students are facing deportation from Canada due to fake admission offer letters that they probably got through an agent. I would always say that the best person to process your relocation to Canada is you. The second mistake a lot of people make is that they pick the wrong relocation pathway. Because why is someone with a master's degree still going to do masters in Canada? If your own objection is, I do not have the money to relocate, well, here is how to raise the money to relocate. There are 6 major ways people sponsor their relocation to Canada. The first is scholarship, then loans from international companies, then you have family sponsorship, and then you can sponsor yourself. You can also get loans from private companies and, of course, financial aid from universities. But you may ask, what if I don't have money to sponsor myself and I don't want to take a loan or get a scholarship? Then look for ways to increase your earning power. There are easy skills you can learn that can make you over 1 million naira every month. We have a case study here of Ken Undubisi, who owns an online business in Nigeria and was able to get enough money to sponsor his relocation to Canada. We have another case study of Golibe Ilechukwu, who is a copywriter and was able to make so much money from copywriting and travel around the world with the money he made. The various skills that you can learn to do this are affiliate marketing, drop shipping, short form video content creation, media buying, copywriting, online course creation, social media management, and so much more. So where can you learn these skills? There are courses that sell for 50,000 naira and upward that teach these skills. However, at the end of this workshop, I'll give you a resource that will help you learn all these skills for free. So why do people find it difficult to finance their relocation to Canada if all these options are available? Well, they limit themselves to only their personal finances. When it comes to relocating to Canada and you do not have enough money, you need to look into other options like loans, scholarships, grants, and increasing your earning power. If your own objection is, I am scared I won't be successful in Canada, in this workshop, I'll prove to you that it's easier to succeed in Canada than in Nigeria. Let's compare Nigeria and Canada. In Canada, the average salary is $70,000 per year or $35 per hour. In Nigeria, minimum wage is 30,000 naira monthly, which means that the average income in Canada is way higher than the average income in Nigeria. The cost of living in Canada is $736 per month for a single person and over $2,000 for a family of 4. Meanwhile, in Nigeria, the cost of living is about $200 to $300 in a month. Considering how much Canadians earn, their cost of living is better than how much Nigerians earn and their cost of living. Also, it is way easier to get rich in Canada. Almost half of Canada's richest residents are new immigrants or first-generation Canadians, according to research. The survey found that 2/3 of Canada's millionaire respondents were self-made. Meanwhile, in Nigeria, there are several factors militating against the citizens getting rich. Factors like insecurity, government banning business opportunities, the naira losing value against the dollar, and poor power supply. Trust me when I say that everything you need to make it in Canada is already available. Let's look at a case study of Tolulope, who relocated to Canada in 2021 from Lagos, Nigeria, and by 2022 she had gotten a house in Canada with her family. We also have Sheyi and Toyosi, who also relocated to Canada in 2021, and by 2022 they were able to get a house in Canada. Just get access to the right information and you'll find it easy to succeed financially in Canada. Are you beginning to understand that relocating to Canada isn't difficult? So how can you proceed? This is where you probably expect me to sell you a course that will fix all your Canadian relocation problems, right? Well, you guessed wrong. I am not selling you a course. We have courses we sell, but we understand that not everyone needs a course. Some people just need some little information to get them to take action. So if you need to find out more about the right relocation pathway to relocate with your family, if you need to find out how you can school in Canada with a HND, if you want to know about funding your relocation, or if you want to know how much it will cost you to relocate to Canada, if you have more questions about relocating to Canada and you really need answers and someone who can put you through, you should book a consultation with us. During a 30-minute call, we will answer those questions you have and ensure you get clarity on how to move forward with your Canadian relocation plans. When you book a consultation, you would also get a list of DLI schools you can apply to as a student and a list of websites you can apply for jobs if you want to relocate via work. When you book a consultation, you will also get a document that shows you 50 Canadian job interview questions and sample answers you can give. You would also get a document that shows you 15 reasons why your visa application may be denied. And also you get a document that provides you with free resources that will teach you high income skills like media buying, affiliate marketing, drop shipping, and so much more. Is it free to book a session? No. We receive tens of messages every day from people who are interested in booking a session. To ensure we are working with only serious people, we charge a fee. So with just 10,000 naira, you can book a consultation now. Here is what David Opadeji has to say about our consultations.
And thank you very much, Mr. Canada. Like, I enjoyed the session. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. You answered all my question. And you gave us good answers. And thank you very much. You really helped me today. And you told me how. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Let's see what you are going to get when you book a call with us. You get a 30-minute discovery call valued at 50,000 naira. You get a list of DLI Canadian schools you can apply to valued at 10,000 naira. You get a list of websites you can get Canadian jobs on valued at 10,000 naira. You get 50 Canadian job interview questions and sample answers valued at 20,000 naira. You get 15 reasons why your Canadian visa application may be denied valued at 10,000 naira. And you'll also get free resources that will teach you high income skills valued at 20,000 naira. Everything you're going to get is worth 120,000, but you'll be getting it for 10,000 naira. Well, here is what Olushola Oyegbeson has to say about our consultations.
Thank you so much, No Stress Canada. I'm so delighted that the Zoom session we had not quite long on relocating to Canada via work permit from Nigeria was very satisfactory, and I really gained valuable information and insights from this. In fact, you touched every area from starting to look for the job, preparing your CV, your resume, your cover letter, and for preparing for the interview. Not only that, even after you got the job, you need to now apply for your work permit. It was completely in-depth, up to when you will now become a citizen in Canada. Can you see that? In fact, I really love this. It wasn't a waste, and I thank you so much. It's very helpful, very, very good, and I'm really putting them into use right away. Thank you so much. God bless you.
So how can you book a consultation? This is the video that you are currently watching. If you want to book a consultation, you want to click on this thing that says more. You want to click on it. When you do that, you would click on the more button and it's going to bring you a link. You will click on the link and then you go ahead to book a consultation. Very simple. Once again, here is what you're going to be getting. 30 minutes discovery call valued at 50,000. List of DLI Canadian schools you can apply to valued at 10,000. List of websites you can get Canadian jobs on valued at 10,000. 50 Canadian job interview questions and sample answers valued at 20,000. 15 reasons why your Canadian visa application may be denied valued at 10,000. Free resources that will teach you high income skills valued at 20,000. All valued at 120,000, and you'll be getting it for 10,000 naira when you book a consultation with us. We have only 10 slots left for this tomorrow, so you should hurry and book a consultation immediately. You can achieve your Canadian relocation dreams this year, and I am rooting for you. Thanks for watching. See you during the call.